Hello, I'm Mrs Hawkins. I'm really pleased that you've opted for the WJEC Level 3 Food Science and Nutrition course, and I'm sure you're going to really enjoy it. This course will be taught by both myself and Mrs Randhawa, and we'll be telling you more about the course. In Year 12, you'll be studying Unit 1, Meeting Nutritional Needs of Specific Groups. This is divided into two parts. The first part is the external examination. It's a 90-minute exam plus 15 minutes reading time. There are 3 sections on the paper. Section A is short answer questions. These questions are worth 1 and 2 marks. Section B is extended answer questions. These are more essay style questions and are worth 8 and 10 marks. Section C is a case study where you'll be given information about a particular person and you need to apply your nutritional knowledge to be able to establish what the risks might be to their health and how you can plan their diet to make them healthier in the future. The second part of the assessment for Year 12 is a coursework project where you will be given a specific task to complete set by the exam board. You'll need to do independent research and plan a 3-course meal showing off your practical skills and presented to a high level under exam conditions. So how will your lessons work in Year 12? Well, you have 2 double lessons per week. One of those lessons will be with Miss Randhawa and one of those lessons will be with me. One of the lessons will be on theory, when we will be studying food science and nutrition, and also looking at food hygiene and safety. In the second lesson, you'll be doing practical work. You'll be planning your own practical sessions in order to increase your range of practical skills and looking at presentation. In the second term of Year 12, we will start the coursework project. You will be given a task that is set by the exam board and need to carry out some independent research. This will be nutritionally based, so you'll be applying the knowledge that you've learnt in the first term. You will also plan a number of practical sessions building up to the practical exam. The practical exam is a 3-hour exam where you have to plan, prepare and cook a 3-course meal showing high levels of practical skills and presentation skills for 2 people. This is the book that you will need to purchase for Year 12. I've put a link on this slide so that you can go to the Amazon website where you can purchase it.
Hi, my name is Mrs Randhawa. I'll be explaining to you the bridging work that's been set for yourselves. So you've been given 7 different tasks. Now those tasks range from nutrition, food poisoning, presentation skills, etc. You should have been completing these since school has been closed. The first task was based on nutrition. Now this is going in depth of talking about healthy diet, eat well guide and your energy intake. There's lots of links in there to help you. Task 2 was based on food poisoning bacteria and you are to research 7 different types of food poisoning bacteria. Now the important thing is to remember the differences between pathogenic and non-pathogenic bacteria. Task 3 is food presentation. Now food presentation is crucial in Year 12 and 13. You are able to get the higher grades in your coursework if you are to present your work in a suitable manner. Now obviously in between Year 9 and 11 you worked on your presentation skills, so it's important that you carry on with this. In the email there are several links to help you to explore different ways of presenting your food. Task 4 was to create a food in the news media folder. Now what I mean by that is getting a folder, just a normal folder, and printing out articles that are current now. Obviously in the pandemic that we're in currently with coronavirus, there's been lots and lots of articles regarding food. So obviously the panic buying, people buying toilet rolls and all those sorts of things that have been going on. So there's lots and lots of articles that you can research. Task 5 was from all your research that you've done and all the media that you've looked at, you are then to choose 2 articles and summarise your findings, evaluate what your thoughts are on those articles, the strengths, the weaknesses. So those are the first 5 tasks. Task 6 is a scenario-based question and you are to focus on either elderly home or nursery. Now obviously whichever one you decided to choose, you need to look at nutrition requirements for both. You are to also create a weekly menu for dependent on the scenario, and you are then to plan, prepare and cook that menu. You are also then to evaluate your dish. Task 7 was a skillful practical dish. Now that would relate back to task 6. It's really important in that task you photograph your work and think about the presentation skills. Now, those are all the tasks that need to be done. It is really, really important that you complete all this work. There's obviously, you know, there's several people that might have done different subjects. You may have done different exam boards. And obviously with the pandemic that we're obviously going through, you know, you've obviously lost half of 3 or 4 months worth of work. So it's really, really important that you complete this work. So what you need to do is complete all those tasks and send it to me via my email address, which is gilk@holmer.org.uk.
So what would we like you to do over the summer in order to prepare you for starting the course in September? Well, it's really important that you don't lose the practical skills that you developed when you were studying for your GCSEs during year 9, 10 and 11. So we'd like you to continue cooking at home over the summer. We'd like you to cook twice a week. Once a week, you should be cooking a main meal for your family. So thinking about a range of different pasta, rice, potato dishes, using different meats, fishes, thinking about maybe making pizza bases. You might want to prepare and cook a barbecue. So thinking about a range of different skills that you can use and being imaginative with a range of different ingredients. Secondly, we'd like you to do some baking. So thinking about biscuits, cakes, again, some sweetbread products. So again, you're experimenting with a range of different ingredients. Now, we do appreciate that at the moment it's quite difficult to get hold of ingredients, so your need for being creative is going to be even more important than usual. Secondly, it's really important that you keep up to date with current issues to do with food science and nutrition. Watching programmes like Food Unwrapped, for example, is a really good way of understanding how food is mass-produced, manufactured, grown, packaged, sold in supermarkets, etc. So watching programmes can be really helpful. For both of these tasks, we'd like you to keep a log of what you've done so that you can discuss it when you return to school in September. So as I've already explained, in Year 12, you do an external written exam paper and you submit a coursework project. On results day in the summer, you get a grade for Unit 1. Then you start Year 13. When you start Year 13, we will start on Unit 4, which is another coursework project, and then later on in the year, we study Unit 2 for a written exam. You don't need to worry too much about these units yet. We'll worry about those more when we return in September.